My most recent article for MedPage Today focuses on the Samantha Fulnecky controversy that broke social media. So, this is a story that got extremely political. I argue that it shouldn't be political because fundamentally, it's a story about an entitled student who could not take constructive criticism and instead avoided accountability for her poor work by assigning herself a position of moral superiority. This actually reminded me of my time in undergrad. So I went to Dartmouth College for both undergrad and medical school. And although I personally have qualms about that institution's ethics, you know what you did, its academic standard is very high, which I appreciate. At the time, there was this consciousness about social justice, privilege, and intersectionality that was developing on campus, all of which have merits, but which started to dominate every academic space superficially. It was like there was this desire to be offended, and it overwhelmed all legitimate academic discourse. And I started wondering, are you guys actually passionate about social justice, or do you just not want to engage in your course material and do the work? Outrage and being provocative are extremely easy, but critical reflection is less so, and I think this is what's happening with Samantha. This is laziness. Now, Samantha apparently wants to go to medical school. The TA that she complained about has been placed on administrative leave, and it may seem like Samantha has been successful, but I would argue that this is something of a Pyrrhic victory, because although she may have won this battle, she's demonstrated to the nation at large, and specifically to the medical community, that she has a very low standard for herself in terms of her work, and more importantly, she is resistant to her own professional development because she can't take constructive criticism. Now, as a resident, I teach many medical students of diverse abilities. Some are stronger than others, and what I've noticed is knowledge deficits, awkwardness in interviews, documentation deficits, those can all be relatively easily corrected, but the students I worry about the most are the ones who cannot take constructive criticism because they are not willing to address their own shortcomings, and we all have shortcomings. This sets them up for failure. It also puts our patients at risk. So I hope for Samantha's sake that she can learn to manage her distress tolerance more adaptively because, girl, this is not the move. Check out my article on MedPage Today, and thanks for watching.